Hi guys, it's Ella from Bad Fans, and I'm here with Anika Joshi. Would you like to give a little introduction to yourself?
Hi guys, my name's Anika Joshi. I am an R&B soul singer-songwriter based in Sydney, and I'm super keen to be doing this interview today.
Yay! See, I need more like R&B girlies in like the Australian music scene. Like, sorry, I have grown up on R&B, and I'm just
Literally,
like yes, seeing more people like starting to go with that like flow of R&B. It makes me so happy.
yeah,
Well,
for
when
sure.
did you start playing music? Like, how did you get into playing music?
It's been such a long time coming. I'm like looking at because I have like little photos right here because this is like my music desk. So like whenever I'm like really low on inspiration or I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. There's like photos of me when I was like 6 years old and singing.
That's so
So
cute.
Yeah, so that's when I started. I started like kind of just going to lessons. It was around that age where, your parents are kind of just putting you in everything. And they're like, yeah, let's plop her there. Let's see if she likes it. And then singing was the one thing that kind of stuck a lot with me. So I just kept doing that through high school. And then once I think it was the end of high school, I was like, oh, like, let's try songwriting. And I really got into it then. And then I was like, maybe I can actually make something out of this. So yeah, it was a very like gradual thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, amazing that you kept going because I think it seems you're doing pretty good so far. Hopefully we'll see you playing at bigger places soon and seeing you all over the world. But what's the best and worst thing about being a solo artist?
Ooh, that's such a good question. Our start worst thing is, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll start with best thing. I think best thing is like I can kind of just do whatever I want. Like if one day I'm like, oh, I'm feeling like stepping out and doing this instead or doing this genre. It's a lot of freedom and a lot of flexibility. I
Mm,
would say worst thing is there's a lot of nights where you're just sort of by yourself figuring it out. It's different because like I have lots of friends who are in bands and things like that. And it's such a different dynamic because you're doing everything together. So, but at the end of the day, I still think that as a solo artist, a lot of it is still collaboration. Like I'm always collaborating with people, either like with production or for live music, I'm still performing with my band. So it doesn't make too much of a difference, I would say. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like it'd be fun to be a solo artist, but like I'd also get the stress of like having to figure everything out by yourself, basically. Like I'm such an indecisive person, so I'd be like, oh my God, what do I do? Like if I was
Yeah,
solo artist, I'd be
literally.
freaking the hell out all the time. I can't lie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like when you're starting out, you're just doing it, even when you're like releasing a song and you're doing it by yourself, there's like small things and you're like, I did not know I had to ever do that. And
Yeah.
you're just figuring it out with you and the internet. So it can get quite stressful, but it's also rewarding because it's like, okay, I know how to do it now. It's all a learning experience. So that's pretty fun.
Of course. So your most recent release was your EP Radiance. How did it come together?
So my EP Radiance was very much a sort of just a starting like getting into the industry thing. So I started with just doing a few singles, and at that point, the EP hadn't really formed. It kind of came over time. In 2024, I think that's when I released the first song, and then I did two at the beginning of 2025, and then I just kept writing, and I was like, this actually forms into an EP, and all the songs connect quite well together. So it came together very much as a project of hey, this is my first introduction as Anika Joshi
Mm.
as the songwriter, rather than just like what I was doing before was a lot of covers on Instagram. So it was, yeah, it was really fun. And I think the title, especially Radiance, it just came from a place of all the songs sort of had a ending of like there's always a little bit of light in life, even in the darkest times. And that was really reflective of things that I was going through as well. So it came together quite nice, and radiance just was it was just a word that just stuck out in my head one day, and I was like, this kind of sums it up perfectly for me. So yeah.
I love that. That's so amazing. Out of that EP, what's like your favorite song and why?
Oh my gosh, it changes all the time. It changes all the time. I would say right now though, Losing My Mind, which is the one of the ballads on it. And it just has like I don't say this a lot about my music because it's like my own songs that I've written, but sometimes I'm like it just pops up in the car and I'm like, whoa. And it like I get goosebumps, which doesn't happen when you write your own songs because it's like your everyone's their biggest critique at the end of the day. And every time I listen to that, because it has a really big build up at the end, it just gets to me and I'm like, wow, that was a good idea, Anika. Like, good on you. So I would say that one. It's a slower song, and it we went through so many versions in the production aspect of it, of figuring out how do we want to build it here? Does this little like guitar line go here? It was a very like laid out song. So I think I'm just really proud of how that one came together.
Well, good job on you, girl. Like, especially being able to like listen to it and be like, wow, like I'm getting goosebumps. Like this is so good. Like that's like yes, like hell yes, I support that. I totally do.
Yeah.
And out of all your songs, this might be like an annoying one to figure out. Like, what's your favorite lyric that you've written? Like, what lyric means the most to you and why?
Um, Out of all the songs of the EP or just generally?
Just generally, anything you'd like, whatever makes it easier.
There's one lyric from a song that I've been recently like finishing off, and it starts off with, I've been slowing down, passing time, sleeping some more to free my mind, throwing away what hurts my heart, but when it comes to you, I don't know where to start, which I don't know, I thought it was really cool, just the idea of trying to clutter like and clear out everything that's going on in your life, but you're still thinking of that one person. So I think that's my favorite lyric right now.
I think that's amazing. That's honestly a really good lyric. Like, I love when artists know how to put together like such amazing lyrics. Like, I love the whole like songwriting things. Like, it's just so cool. And an artist really has a way with words. And like, girl, you have a way with words. Like, hell yes. So
Thank
good for
you.
you, Queen. What's your like, what's like bands and artists that inspire you the most?
Ooh, it's always changing. I would say um, a lot of Ray, a lot of Nora Jones right now has been a big inspiration. Billie Eilish, Olivia Dean. I think Taylor Swift has always been a big songwriting inspiration. Who else? Oh, Bruno Mars. That's my probably biggest one.
Bruno
Bruno
Mars is
Mars,
so great.
Bruno Mars and like Silk Sonic are just incredible. I just listen to their songs and I think it's so universal. Like you could be in any mood, and if you listen to just some Bruno Mars, you just feel good. Like it just connects. So
He's just so
yeah, I
amazing.
he's just so good. That yeah, and like his voice is oh my gosh, he's incredible.
Yeah,
But
he was
yeah,
just blessed. He was blessed with that voice. Like every time a Bruno Mars song plays, I'm like, wow, like that man has a vocal range on him.
he just like woke up and was like, okay, I'm just gonna be playing every single instrument beautifully, and my yeah,
It's
so
insane.
good,
People are just blessed with that talent.
literally.
Literally. What's been like your best and worst gig by far and why?
Oh my gosh. Best gig would be I did an opening for Wilson, who is a soul artist who I love so much. And it was at Mary's Underground. And it was a completely sold out show. And it was it was interesting because everyone who was on the lineup, so there was Wilson, there was Ruby Jackson. I have been like a fan of their music for so long. So being on the lineup was like so scary because I'm like, how do I talk to these people? Like I'm such a fan. It was so weird. But the crowd was just incredible because I was that was probably the biggest crowd I had played to. And it was just so amazing because like we were saying, like in Australia, there isn't heaps of R&B and soul,
Yeah.
and just to have a full audience of like 400 something people who were all so connected to the soul music, it was just so much fun. Um, Worst gig, I would say. Um, well, on the side of doing original shows and things, I do like cover gigs as well. So I've had some interesting experiences there as well. Like I have performed, there was one hotel I performed at ages ago, it was just me. Not a single person was there, and I just sang covers for 3 hours straight. And I was just like, it's weird when you do those ones because it just feels so like, why am I here? What am I doing this for?
Yeah,
But then I think, yeah, I think that night I got home and I felt so just like out of inspiration. I was like, what am I doing? So then I just picked up my guitar and I wrote a song, and then I just felt better. I was like, you know what? All is well. It's all fine. We'll just do the next gig and it'll be so much better. But you know, you have your wins, you have your lows, but I think that's what balances it out a lot.
exactly. Of course, there's always like nothing's ever going to be perfect. Like nothing can be perfect in my opinion. But you know,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like what helps you like learn along the way in my opinion though. So you know
Yeah,
what?
I agree.
We take the wins. But honestly,
Yeah.
I wish we saw like more R&B like concerts like here, especially in Melbourne. Like I don't know if they're hiding, like I don't know, like I feel like I barely see like R&B artists and I'm like, guys, where are you?
Oh, yeah, literally, I agree. I think there's so many like there's a lot of live music venues who do free live music, and I don't hear enough like R&B and soul stuff. I think it is very like just based on the fact that we live in Australia, but I'm like, we're all here, we all love it, like we're
Yeah.
just waiting. But yeah, they gotta get some more like R&B lineups, R&B like mini festivals going on and things like that.
Like I feel like the one R&B like Australian based like artist show I went to was like so good. Like everyone's dancing. Like I don't know, I
Yeah.
feel like recently with gigs, like I kind of see like not a lot of people dancing, not a lot of people like, you know, like dancing and singing along and having fun, but like people were dancing with each other, like everyone was getting along because of like the feeling of dancing with others. Like and I was like this is so beautiful. Like I love when people like have moments like that where the community just comes together like that. It's so cute.
Yeah, that is fun because it's also like that's literally what music is for. Like, I don't know about you, but I've made so many friends just through being like, wait, you like that artist as well? Like, I like that artist
Exactly.
as well. So it's just, and then those people have become like some of my closest friends. And I'm like, that was literally the first conversation we had. So yeah, it's always nice when everyone's just dancing together and there's so much community.
It really is. I need to see more of that, guys. Like, please. And speaking of gigs, how do you prepare coming up to them?
Um, it really depends what type. Like if I'm on the day of a gig, I don't get, I think because I've been doing it for quite a while, I don't get that much nervousness. It's just more excitement of like, I'm so excited to play for a new audience. Or if it's a headline show of mine, I'm so excited to see people who I have been playing with. But the lead up to it is it's really chill. I just drink a lot of water during the day. If it's with my band, then I'll see them before. But I just mainly try and focus on making sure I have everything prepared the day before because if I'm like going to a gig and I'm like huffing and puffing because I'm stressed out, I'm like, this is not going to be a good day. Like, I have had times that I've been so unorganized and I'm like packing on the day for a gig an hour before, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I need to go and actually sing. Um, so that's not fun. So I think just having a day to just be really with myself, do anything else but think about the gig. And then once the gig comes, I'm just super excited for it. So yeah.
Of course. I feel like I'd be like so nervous if I was an artist. Like, I don't know, but good that you've gotten like the rhythm of like being calm and like getting ready and just being organized before those, because then I just feel like the gig will go smoothly, the less you're like stressed.
Exactly. And then you just enjoy the fun of it of like, these are songs that I've written and I get to sing it in front of an audience who wants to listen to me. Like, what more can I ask for?
Yeah, of course. And how do you think the Aussie music community will like evolve over time?
Um, I think I think over time there just needs to be I've noticed within the music community itself, it's important to just remember that artists are on your side rather than against. Like, I've seen a lot of artists get quite competitive with each other in a way of, oh, I need to be better. I need to like do better than this person because they're doing better. But then you just kind of realize at the end of the day, like, we're all doing this together. Like, I am here to support you, you're here to support me. And just going out and seeing other artists as well, like local artists, because at the end of the day, literally the way that the music industry can survive, because obviously there are venues that are closing down and things like that. So the only way that it can survive is if people are going to those shows. So it's like, just go and support people, because at the end of the day, like, they are pouring their heart into this art of theirs, and they're putting an effort to put on these shows, and it's just nice to have that community of realizing that at the end of the day, even though there are so many things going on in the world, music is something that can just connect people no matter what. So I think going forward, it's just really important for everyone to remember, like, just go out and support. Like, people are putting their whole heart and soul into it, and it's just a good feeling to see other people there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I feel like people need to realize, like, at the end of the day, like, these tickets to small gigs aren't that expensive. Like, and a lot of them are free. Like, it's so easy to find a gig that's free. And, like, even with free ones, I feel like because they're free, some people will be like, oh, well, the ticket was free. Like, I don't really need to go if I can't be bothered. But it's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
promise you guys, it's like a thing that you won't regret. Like, getting into like going to local acts was like one of my favorite things. Like, I'll take it over like going to going to a bar or a club any other day. Like, I would take
Literally,
like a show over that any day. And I think more
exactly.
people need to see that. Like, especially in Melbourne, I feel like the nightlife has kind of gotten shit. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know how it is like for Sydney and stuff, but comparing it to like when I went to Brisbane and saw their nightlife and go to other places in Australia and see their nightlife, I'm like, wow, like Melbourne kind of needs to step their game up. Like, people need to start going out again and seeing shows and doing things again.
Interesting. We do have a nightlife in terms of clubs quite a lot, but I would say music wise, there isn't. People are starting to stop going to stuff. Like, for example, I did that Mary's Underground gig, and that one was awesome. And now Mary's Underground is closing down. And
Yeah.
it's like, that was one of Sydney's like favorite venues. And it's like, yeah, I think it's sad. So I think that nightlife does need to come back, about just going out and seeing music, because it's so fun, you
Exactly.
know?
I just feel like you see so many treasured venues get shut down, and it's like people will love something so much and then it'll shut down and like they'll just throw it away. Like, whatever, let's replace it with like an apartment. Like, no, like
Yeah,
how about we don't?
yeah, literally, literally. And it's like, it's so different online, just seeing people put their art online compared to actually seeing it in person and
Mm.
connecting. Like, it's a completely different vibe, especially with so much change in like technology now and things like that. So I think going out and seeing live music is just so important. Yeah.
It is. It really is. How do
Yeah.
you think you as an artist have like changed throughout your career?
Um, I think I have become a lot more. Oh, there's two sides to it. On one side, I've learned a lot more patience with art. Before, I used to be very rushed, like, okay, you have to get this done, you have to get this out. This release has to come on this day, or this is that. And now I've kind of learned, like, sometimes time will just take its course. Like, once I've put the work in, I just have to sit back for a second, take a moment to reflect and be like, hey, you wrote six songs for an EP. It doesn't need to be released tomorrow. You can
Exactly.
wait. You can, work on making sure that you're doing it right. So I think one thing I've learned is patience, which is really hard for me because I can be quite impatient. And then on the other hand, I think when you're trying to make music, this is for so many artists as well, when you're trying to make music as a career, you get so caught up in the stress of it, and you forget why you're doing it in the first place, and you forget that you can just sit down. Like, you forget the fact that I could just be like, hey, today I feel like getting on my guitar, and I could just write lyrics and write a song, and someone in the world might like it. Like, that's just, it's so beautiful. And I tend to forget that sometimes because I'm so in the moment of, oh my gosh, this is the most stressful thing. Like,
Yeah.
I have it, like, I need to make it bigger. And you kind of forget, like, wow, this is such a blessing. Like, I could just sit here and make music. So I think that's one thing that's changed for me, is I'm trying to become a lot more appreciative of the fact that this is something that I love to do. And this is something that people connect with. And just enjoying that, rather than getting so hung up on the businessy success side of things because that can get really intense as an artist. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I feel like it's like that with everything nowadays. Like you can get so caught up. Even like I feel myself getting caught up in things sometimes to be like, oh, like this is feeling like a chore than more than
Yeah.
like something that I've always enjoyed. And it's so annoying to have those feelings because I'm like, I don't want to feel like this. Like, guys, this is something that makes me happy. Like, but getting
Yeah.
yourself out of it and sitting down and realizing, like, like this is so cool that I do this. Like, I can literally just do this for fun. Like, this is so fun. It's just like getting back in that environment and that feeling is so good. Like, I love getting back into that feeling.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
what's a rumor you would make about yourself?
A rumor I would make about myself, like a PR rumor that would
Honestly, like anything. Like, it could just be like a random rumor you'd say.
um oh my gosh. I have no idea. I think I want people to think I want people to think that I'm like really, really good at sport and I am the clumsiest person in the world. Like I would love someone to think that I'm really good at gymnastics because I think gymnastics is the coolest sport in the entire world. I was talking to a friend about this the other day. I was like, I really want to learn how to do a cartwheel. And I can't walk on solid ground for the life of me. So I think that would be a really fun rumor of like, wow, she's so good at gymnastics, and then I'm actually not. Like I can't
I love
walk.
that. I love that.
That
Well,
would be
while everyone's hearing it here first.
yeah, I can do an aerial. What?
Exactly. You could do anything. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
matter, guys. I could literally never. I tried doing gymnastics when I was a kid. The only thing knew how to do was a handstand, and that's it. Like, genuinely.
You know
That was
what? That's a
it.
lot better than me.
It's okay. You're a renowned gymnastics star now, so don't even worry about it.
But yeah.
And what's your favorite Coles aisle, like the grocery store?
Goes. The dips section. I love
For
dips.
real.
Just like hummus and like what's that? There's this one Greek dip. Oh, like
Tzatziki.
the eggplant dip.
Oh yeah.
Tzatziki. Tzatziki is so good. I love dips. I would just go there and see whatever dips they have. Yeah.
Honestly, real. That's like my like snack every day. I'm like, give me this dip right now,
Yeah,
please.
exactly.
You.
Exactly.
And last question, is there anything to promo or say to anyone watching?
Um, any like sorry, I missed the last
Anything to
part. Promo.
promote or say to anyone watching?
Yeah, I have a gig that I'm doing at Bootleggers on the 22nd of July. So it's a four-way lineup and tickets are like $10. So I'd love to see you there. And I also have a really cool live session video coming out for one of my songs on my EP, which will be on YouTube soon. It's very Olivia Dean-esque. So we've been working on that for a few months. So I can't wait for you guys to see that one.
Yay. Well, I'm keen to see everything up and I hope that that gig goes amazing. Obviously, if I was in Sydney, I'd go, but a bit of a states away situation, so can't unfortunately. But hopefully you're down in Melbourne one day and I can catch a show or
Absolutely,
I'm up in Sydney and I'll come see a show, hopefully.
for sure.
Well, thank you so much guys for watching. This has been Bands and Fans. Bye.